Yeah, I think I'm going to try to tackle this again. Now, 65 Ford basically, in the nicest way possible, said I'm way overthinking this. All I need to do is get the 1-inch axle with some pillow block bearings in there, and I'm done. And I totally agree. That's probably the easiest thing to do. The reason why I kept saying a YFZ 450 is because I'd forgot at the time, but I had bought several different components for a YFZ 450. So I already have the axle, I already have the sprocket, I already have a rotor, I have brake calipers, and I think a couple other things. So that's kind of why I was going for the YFZ 450. Now I bought this for, I think it was $40. Maybe it was 60. I don't remember. Anyways, I bought it off of eBay. It came with the main thing I was wanting is just this back section right here, but it came with the whole swing arm, so that was even better. So the axle goes through here, and you'll have your you'll clamp the axle onto here. This, you'll still be able to make the axle straight, and you'll be able to tighten the chain. So another reason kind of why I want to keep with this, if I can make this work. I'm still not 100% sure I can. I think I may have to, this is hollow inside, so I'm going to probably wind up cutting some of this out, and that'll be all hollow in there, and I'm not really fond of that. But anyways, what I'll wind up doing is drilling some holes straight through here in a couple of spots. Put some big bolts in through there, and those bolts will go through the frame here. They'll go through the frame here, and that should be, if I have, I don't know, 2 on each side would probably be pretty good, because they'll be, 1/2-inch bolts or so, or if I can have 6 bolts or something like that, just to make it that much stronger. But here's what I need to do. This flange right here, I'm going to have to cut off. I think I'll keep this back piece on, just so this can kind of butt up next to that. But I'll cut this flange off, because the swing arm, carrier bearing, whatever, is just a little bit wider than this here. And if I go to put in, if all of this fails and I still need to put in the 1-inch axle, I'll probably have to take this part off anyways. But that's what I'm gonna do. We'll cut all this off, and normally I'd use my plasma cutter, but I am broke and my plasma cutter is broke. So here's my plasma cutter. I was burning up these electrodes like crazy. Like, this is no joke, brand new, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. This is no joke, brand new drag tip, brand new electrode. Y'all have already seen my setup over here, where it goes out of the tank down to a T to drain off whatever that collects. Back behind this to this separator and this oiler, which there's no oil in there, so it should act as another water separator. Through the hose, plugs into here to this water separator, and I would think that would be enough, because usually whenever I use this, I haven't been using the air compressor all that much, so I don't know. Anyways, everybody's saying I called a welding supply company, and I called thermodynamics. And both of them, they're saying that most likely I'm getting water in through the lines, and whenever it's coming out, it is contaminating, you know, because water and electricity don't mix. But anyways, they're saying that that's what is messing up my stuff. Well, now, so I put this on there. Turn this on. Might not do it because I don't have the air hooked up. Let's see if we can turn the air on. Okay, so I'm running 100 psi. Well, you can see that or not. Run 100 psi. That's normal. Does its little startup thing. And of course it wants to work. Oh shoot, let's see if we can make this work. Hold on a second. Okay. I should have a good connection there. Now, I'll try to do this again. See what I'm saying? I think it's brand new. And this is a drag tip. It is the 9004 or 9009 or whatever it is. So that's why I'm pissed about that. So I don't know what the deal is with it. But I don't think I'm getting that second arc, or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna go the old school route. I don't think I went over this one yet. So I picked this up a few months ago. I bought it for, I don't remember. I didn't buy it very much. I think this whole thing was $100. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. So this is why I got it so cheap. I don't see, I can't remember. Anyways, these are about 10 years overdue. That's why I'm getting it so, that's why I got it so cheap. But you pay, anyways, around here at least, you pay $40 per tank and they will re-register them, or whatever you want to call it. They'll repressurize, dang it, what do you call that? Look at the tank and make sure that they're good to go. So this does still have a little bit of gas in there, and then we got a little bit of gas in this one. So, all right, let me grab my goggles. See what we can mess up real quick. Oh, there we go. got a little bit into the frame, so I'll need to patch that up with the, what do you call it, with the welder. Not a big deal, it's pretty easy to do. And then on this side I just need to clean it up a little bit better. This was from the YZ. I think I want to get actual handlebars, like four-wheeler handlebars or motorcycle handlebars. But anyway, so I have the clutch here. And this runs back through here, and I'll attach this probably like this. This is the clutch to the actual motor, and I'll just have a deal where these are connected together. So, all right, I'll get back with you. Like I said, I'm just going to weld that in, and then I will, and then I'll get the grinder out and flatten that all off. So I'll get back with you. So, did a little bit of welding. This was broken off, so welded that up, and there's already a hole drilled in that, so I rosette weld or whatever you want to call that. I basically filled that in with weld to get a little bit better hold on that. So that's on there real nice and good. There was a crack here. I welded over that, so that crack's done. I didn't see a crack over there, but I went ahead and welded on top of it just in case. And that looks like a crack, but that's just where it's, that's just the difference on each side. Not a crack. So I came back through here, and see that glob of weld back up under there? I did one on that side, on this side, and underneath. It wasn't welded at all, it was just welded here on top, so that was kind of weird. Filled that all in. You can see I don't know if you can see any more weld, but I welded that in really good. And same for this side. That I didn't cut into the frame, so I got the grinder and just made that better. I'm going to come through here and I'm going to cut this out, because you see there's a little bit of a bulge. So I'm going to cut that flat, and then same thing on this side down here. I'm going to cut that flat right there. And then, so I got the rear end in here. Now I was looking at placement and all that stuff, and I think what I'm going to have to do is just behind this, I think I'll wind up cutting it there, drill a hole here, and maybe right in here, attach it to the frame. Same thing on the other side, with some real heavy duty bolts. I was wanting to cut it way down here, but I don't think it'll work with how that lays down. So it's going to be a little bit. I'm waiting to get the Evolution Rage 2, which is a metal chop saw, or metal cutting chop saw, because I want it to give me a really smooth, straight cut. And I think that'll probably be about the best, cleanest way to do that. But I'm hoping that I can cut straight through this with one cut. Then I can rotate this up, and I think that these two bars will fit in between here. If not, I will try to bend them to make them fit in between there. Then that way I had the 2 bolts going through here, and then I could have another bolt. It might be kind of high, but I have that bolt going through here and through here. And I think if I can do that, I think it'll be plenty strong enough for what I'm doing. But I think if I can do that, I think I'll be good to go. I think I might be pretty happy with that. So again, I'm just gonna straighten these off and wait until I get that saw to cut this. I had to put a bunch of weight up here because obviously I'm working behind here, and this is where all the weight is, and I have it being supported right here, so it's wanting to tip back. But I got as much weight up front as I could. Anyways, all right guys, I know it's not a big high detailed video, but just letting you know I'm working on it and where I'm at with it. So all right, y'all comment, rate, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.